My patient put his mistress as his emergency contact, and I accidentally told his wife.
OKOP.
This is OKOP. I'm Samuel Donner.
And I'm John Frye.
And we tell the funniest stories on the internet. And John, who's your emergency contact?
My mama is my emergency contact.
My mama is also my emergency contact. When does it not become your mom? Is there a
That is honestly, I feel like that's actually like a big life stage moment, right?
Yeah.
Like probably getting married.
Yeah, maybe when you get married, it's goes from mom to your partner.
Other.
Yeah.
Is there any other scenario where it wouldn't be? Like who else could be your emergency contact? What if you just put someone random as your
just
emergency contact?
Joe from the store? I mean, for people who maybe don't have family or friends.
That's true. What do they do?
I feel like that's so sad where it's like, hey, who's your emergency contact? And they're like, you? Will a Valentine's Day just happen? Will you be my emergency contact? Will you be mine? Well, regardless, luckily, John and I have emergency contact in our moms.
Thanks, moms.
Let's go, moms. Thank you, mom. But this is a story of emergency contacts gone wrong.
Ooh, let's hear it.
My patient put his mistress as his emergency contact, and I accidentally told his wife.
On the list of people that should be your emergency contact, shouldn't be the mistress.
Yeah, it should at least be your wife. Come on.
At least be someone who you're not trying to hide from your entire existence, you know?
This happened back in 2009. I was working part-time at a doctor's office while I was in nursing school. I was one of the receptionists and did all of the filing and cataloging and such. It was boring work, but the doctor, my boss, guaranteed me a job after nursing school. So that's why I did it.
Hey, let's
Get
take
that
it.
job set up, baby.
Yeah.
This particular doctor was an orthopedic surgeon. We had lots of patients coming in for MRIs, CT scans, and x-rays. This one particular patient, Frank, was scheduled to have surgery in a couple days, and he needed to come pick up his MRIs and x-rays from our office and bring them with him to his procedure. Yes, looking back at how butt backwards things used to be, it's so frustrating. All these things are 100% electronic now. And even back then, they were too, but my boss was old school.
Ugh.
So anyway, I called Frank to tell him to come pick up his images, but he didn't answer. I called him again during lunch, but still no answer. So I left him a message. The following day, I called him again, but still no answer.
Pick up your phone, Frank.
Come on, Frank. It was imperative that Frank got his images, or else he wouldn't be able to have his surgery. So I looked in his file to see if he had any other contact information. He listed his home phone number as well as his wife's cell. I called his house and left a message. And I also called his wife, Amy, but she didn't answer either, so I left her a message as well. The office manager, Diane, told me just to call whoever was listed in his emergency contacts, because if Frank didn't get his images and missed the surgery, then she would have to do a whole new stack of paperwork to reschedule him, and she didn't want to be bothered.
Not the paperwork.
Not the paperwork. I looked to see if there was an emergency contact, and Frank listed a woman named Helen. The relationship to the patient? Girlfriend.
Wife? Girlfriend.
Huh? Get your priorities in order, boy. I told Diane I didn't want to call Helen when I had already left a message for his wife, Amy, as that would put me in a very awkward position.
Very sticky.
Diane said that as long as the patient listed them as an emergency contact, I should call them. She also said that it's not uncommon for couples to be separated, but still legally married for insurance reasons. And this could possibly be the case for Frank and Amy.
Or do you just not want to do paperwork, Diane?
Yeah, it sounds like you're just finding any reason not to do your job. So I guess that made sense. And I really wanted to believe that no one would be stupid enough to put their secret lover as their emergency contact. I didn't want to get fired for being insubordinate. So I called Helen, and she actually answered her phone, which is so funny that the mistress is the go-to. She's the only one
What's wrong?
Operating legitimately and well in this whole situation where Frank needs his x-rays. I was hoping she wouldn't pick up the phone, but she did, and so I told her Frank's images needed to be picked up prior to his surgery. She came by during lunch, got the images, and then left. I immediately called Frank again to let him know that Helen picked up his images and to not worry about it. But this fool wasn't answering his phone, so I left him another message. A couple hours later, Amy called back and said she wasn't able to answer before because she was teaching, but she got our message and was coming to pick up Frank's images now that the school day was done.
Oh.
I told her that the images had already been picked up, and I tried to be as vague as possible. This is how the conversation went. Amy, who picked them up? I know Frank is still busy at his office and hasn't had a chance to come get them. Me, again, trying to be really vague. We called someone from his emergency contact list. Was it his brother, Steve? Me, at this point, I'm really nervous. No, not his brother. Well, then who? Helen. Who is Helen? I don't know anyone named Helen.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure, but since she was on Frank's emergency contact list and no one else was answering their phone, we called her and she already came and got the images. Confused, Amy hung up. Click. The following day was Frank's surgery. The day after Frank's surgery, my boss jokingly asked, "What the hell did you do with that guy?" He came in all pissed saying that my secretary told his wife about his other girlfriend. I told my boss what happened and that Diane told me to call the girlfriend, and he understood. Diane tried to throw me under the bus by saying I didn't tell her that Helen was Frank's girlfriend and that I told her Helen was just a friend and that she never would have given me the green light to call a patient's mistress.
Honestly, the real villain in this story is Diane. I'm
Diane,
sorry. I got
your
all the
job.
smoke for Diane.
But then I reminded her in front of my boss that she said it was possible for Frank and Amy to be married, but separated.
Oh.
This B was trying to cover her butt because she probably thought it was some kind of HIPAA violation, but nothing ever happened. I was 18 years old at the time and just did whatever my superiors told me because I was really thirsty for job security after college. But I ended up not working there and went to work at another hospital instead.
Wow.
Diane is the real villain.
Bro,
That's
Diane
what we've learned.
is the real villain. Also, just Frank.
Don't put your mistress.
Frank, what are you doing?
Come
also,
on.
Frank's other family and loved ones, pick up the phone for his surgery. Come on, guys.
If they have to go through your list of contacts and land on your mistress, and the mistress is the first one that cares for your husband, maybe they should be together.
There was just a beautiful, chaotic series of dominoes that just exploded on the way to this grand finale.
Yeah, and the grand finale it was. But you know what else makes a grand finale even sweeter, John?
Oh, click and subscribe to OKOP.
Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify and TikTok. And if you want to be a real one, support us on Patreon.
That is right. Join Amanda, Will Combs, Connor Van Buren, Keegan Simmons, and Kathy freaking Quigley.
See you soon.